Hello. Okay, so first time trying to stream. Yeah. Yep, building a very good boy. Ancient Forever box. Not sure how the quality is because I can't really see. How's the quality? Yeah, that's good to hear. You know what, that's the thing, Hamish, it's not a turtle. The turtle's fine. The stream called for one Chapter Master Varrock uses is one which has been useless. So that's one that will have to go. Right. I'll see if I can do a better job of responding to chat than other people. Right. So the aim today is basically to get this Contemptor built. So this is the Forgeworld Emperors Children Contemptor Dreadnought. It's fucking beautiful. And we're also going to utilize some 3D printed parts as well, as I feel like it would be a good idea to show off that using either isn't actually as scary as people think. First thing I guess we should do is trim off the sprue, as with Forgeworld stuff, there's quite a bit of it. I'll try and do it all under the camera, but it's going to be a bit difficult. Very thick. Not in necessarily the best way. Yeah, I'm still yet to have any Forgeworld products really come out looking absolutely awful. The only one I've ever really had an issue with was my yeah, it was yellow on my thumb because I had to spray my partner's Emperors Children, Imperial Fists. Yeah, and hey Archie. Yeah, I've never had any real issues with Forgeworld directly. The only model which I've ever had any issues with was the Tombstalker, and that was with the Finecast pieces of it. Don't see any comments on stream. Is that intended? No. I should probably add those. Give me a moment. Need to switch over to my desk. Okay, so when any of you lovely people in chat talk, it should now appear on the stream. Thanks for pointing that out. Awesome. Oh, how's everyone's weekends been? Forgeworld arms weapons or 3D print for them all? It's just going to be the weapons and the lower sections of the arms, all the bits that aren't included in the Forgeworld kit. I was hoping they were going to do separate kits for the plastic models, so I was holding off on building this until I could get plastic ones, but they just, well, didn't make them, so I decided to print them out from places which I won't link or say. Busy in its way to... Yeah, no, I agree with that. I was going to do a bunch of painting today. You may notice there's some Battletech minis on the desk, but it's just too hot for painting, so I thought I'd do something a little bit more relaxing and maybe a bit more productive in building this model. Right, I got my weight and pet food for free, and now it's time to relax because the weather's too warm. Nice, it's always good when you can get stuff for free. Assuming it's good stuff, that is. I haven't seen any Contemptor kits. You can get the Leviathan weapon kits. Obviously, if I'm wrong, let me know, and I probably will end up buying plastic stuff because it's easier to convert and kit bash. I was under the impression we just got a new, more fleshed out version of the kit. Great stuff. Research Center ordered too much, so my pets will be spoiled. Nice. The Contemptor itself, yeah, the plastic ones do. This, the Forgeworld ones don't. You get just the main body and the shoulders. Watching you with that blade gives me anxiety. Well, I mean, it's been a long while since I cut myself with it. I'm not sure how well that scar shows up on the stream, but hey. And let's have a... Okay, so thanks for that, Hamish, and yeah, so it does look like you can buy plastics now. Not sure why GW didn't advertise that, but hey, means I can still make and print out some custom ones. So this is meant to be like a sonic weapon. I need to do some converting to it to make it a bit more obvious, but hey. And yeah, the plastic kit weapons are fully compatible with the Forgeworld stuff. Watching you that played gives me anxiety. Very well, do not. It's my soft thing to use or else. Yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of difficult to do more streams like this in the future if I don't have my fingers, so I'm not really planning on losing any. About as much as I think we need to do to that. Let's go onto the back of the torso. This one looks like it's a lot easier to take off. Thanks for the donation, G. And Doyle, I've been meaning to ask, what's your opinion of Emperors Children Mark 6? Well, lore-wise, the Emperors Children were one of the main traitor legions to field Mark 6, so I think it makes absolute sense, and I think it looks quite good. What to build? Decisions. Second Leviathan, Spartan, or Rhino? Those are good choices. I really enjoyed putting the Leviathan together, and once it's called, it will be one of the very first things we paint on stream. As I want to get the well, to basically just like showcase how enamel and oil paints work, and I paint a lot of vehicles. So it's like kind of my main area of comfort, I guess. And Death Guard and Emperors Children of Heresy, both are good choices. I don't personally know too much about how the Death Guard play, as I haven't had the opportunity to play against anyone who fields them yet, and they're not a legion I'm particularly interested in myself. To play, that is. I think we're a pretty cool legion. And hey, Cypher, possibly, could potentially be Rylanor at some point. Let's glue this back on, as it looks like it will fit straight away without much sanding, which is nice. Sorry if this makes a horrific noise, but I used Mitre Fast glue for all of my resin stuff. It's a super glue and activator, so it dries very quick and is basically impossible to break. That makes for some very, very firm and secure bonds. Oh, that could be fun, Hamish. If you're ever in the same town as me and looking for a game, then I will definitely be up for it. And playstyle is tertiary for me personally. It's for look and lore for me. Yeah, those are very good reasons to choose an army, especially in the Heresy, because the game is very well balanced, and I think you'd have fun and enjoy playing any Legion at the moment. I don't think there'd be any reason not to run a particular Legion. Death Guard are perfect for it. Yeah. Yeah, if you like weathering and dirtying up your Marines, the Death Guard are basically iconic for it. Are you going to go with a fixed loadout or are you going to magnetize? Well, magnetize eventually. Right now, it's going to be blue tack. So I can put that to the side for now. And yeah, what bits would be a good idea to do next? Probably the lower torso. So let's move this stuff out the way. Let's do parts. It'd be just nice and easy. Not much issue. So that seems to be rolling quite nicely. Which is good. Rolling quite well, so it should be easy to position. Take those out for now. Okay, so legs. One of the things which I quite like about these Forgeworld versions is the legs aren't in 100 different pieces for no reason whatsoever. They have some absolutely beautiful details on. I'm not sure if it's going to focus. I wish GW would release faster death card upgrades to look like. Yeah, I'm honestly not too happy or impressed with how slow it's taken them to release all the upgrades. I'm kind of hoping that they would have done it in the same way they did all the dice and, you know, just dump them out. It's like, I think it's a shame for a lot of people that their legions just don't have any upgrades yet. Or that the just haven't been announced or released, or either combination. I think a lot of people would have been excited to build their brand new boxes with the upgrade kits from Forgeworld. Especially for people who, well, Legion's iconic for their usage of Mark 6 as well, like the Alpha Legion and the Raven Guard. They're going to be the very last two Legion upgrade kits to be released based off how they're doing things in Legion number order. Obviously, there's been a couple of exceptions like the World Eaters and, for some reason, flipping around the Iron Warriors and Emperors Children. But for both the Alpha Legion and Raven Guard, though, we already have Legion upgrade kits for them. And, well, is it going to be the new ones or the old ones we should use on our Raven Guard and Alpha Legion? Right now, I don't know. Yeah, there are plenty of different places to get your parts from, and I feel that with GW staggering the releases so much, it's really going to push people towards third-party pieces as well. I, for one, had sculpted my own custom helmet designs for my Emperors Children, and I found some suitable alternative shoulder pads to make them feel a bit more lore accurate online as well. The first imperfection found in this Emperors Children Dreadnought. There is a slight bit of mold slip here. I'm gonna scratch away at it and try and smooth it out. Check I didn't miss it on this one. No, just some flashing in this. Easily remove and fix. Excellent. Okay. This one will go in that one. well. Ah. That's a shame. Thanks for the follow, True24. Everything okay should be visible now, so it should be more ducks on screen when people follow. And no, I am not playing as loyalists. That was so last edition. What I'm going to have this guy stepping down and walking down the steps on the base. And if I just cut out the legs for a moment. It'd be cool to have him stepping down. On the base it's quite three-dimensional, so I think if I do something like that it would look quite good. Oh, fun bit of trying to pose the legs to make this work, which is not fun. Regardless if this is a plastic or wardrobe. That could work. Sorry, this is quite far away and covering most of it, but need to try and hold this in place. Posing, I need your feet to be in to make this stepping motion work. That will work. Very slightly off at an angle. Probably not many dead marines on bases. I try and keep stuff that's too specific off my bases because I don't know who I'm going to be playing against, and so far every game's been against Imperial Fist. That's just how it's lined up. So putting dead Imperial Fists on would be, it would make sense, but it wouldn't necessarily make sense if I end up playing against the Iron Warriors, or if I play against Night Lords or something, which are two legions I probably will come across quite often as well in my local area. Show how quick, it's already dried in place. So true, but what if I'm in a situation where I'm playing alongside Imperial Fists? I don't necessarily want them to be murdered or implied to be murdered. And if I do Imperial, I think I'll start Loyalist and eventually get traitor mods such as Fulgrim and Eidolon. Yep, that's a good idea as well. There's just for me so many more of the traitor specific things which I just really like. Noise Marines will always be cool. tedious progress, especially on a more 3D base. But the pursuit of perfection is must be achieved. So give it a quick spray, and yeah, it is instant. It's fantastic. Okay, so now for the fun bit. Trying to pose the upper half. Right, and now for the super exciting part of just sitting here whilst it dries without the spray. To the point where I can let go and spray it. Because at the end of the day, what I'm using is still super glue. Okay, let's leave that still for a moment. How have you lot been saying? I'd probably only paint Marines on the Primarch models, for example Iron Hands, for Fulgrim and for Istvan 5. So Imperial Fists are good at dying like chumps. True. And they're just having a nap behind their walls. So, on that note, here's the base for my Fulgrim model. And, fuck, no, it's fine. Nothing's broken. I have a Salamander, a Iron Hand, and a singular Emperor's Children on there. And I have it so Fulgrim magnetizes to this, so I can easily swap them out onto a game base. Because you do not run your Primarchs on those giant bases. It's basically just the Forgeworld display one. The only actual change I've done to it is to cut certain parts off to salvage for other models. Well, at least I think that's all that's happened to that model, because I got my Fulgrim model secondhand a few years back. Well, if you like Emperor's Children, then it's a very good idea to hang around, because I will talk a lot about the Emperor's Children, and as its the main army I'm playing at the moment, it's also one I can give the most advice on. The quality of the Forgeworld Contemptor that I'm building is fantastic. Only some minor issues on it so far, which were very easy to address. At the moment, just trying to deal with the fiddly nature of the legs. So let's give it a quick spray. There we go. See, he's stepping down the base. Okay, that's good to know. I know it's not the same, but I've been having seen a lot of Finecast. The Failcast name seems appropriate. Yeah, I am still yet to assemble a Finecast model which hasn't had severe issues or needed significant rework. But I am still yet to come across a Forgeworld model in which I've had to do significant rework to or had any real issues with. So I've either been incredibly lucky, or people love to over-exaggerate the poor quality of Forgeworld models. I feel like I might be missing something, because that seems to sit really low on the model. Like that. And it's actually touching and sitting on the studs there, which is a little bit annoying. What I think I might do is add some padding in here of some milliput or something to make it stand a bit taller. So I'm not too happy with how low that sits down. But that's mostly because, again, with my posing there, the legs are relatively low down. Oh, I wouldn't necessarily put that as a fault with the model, it's more just how I've done it. Actually, that's a point. I could just use some of these parts of the resin, couldn't I? these out. So let's tidy that out. Trim those off. Already looks way better, doesn't it? It's a nice height already. And hazy. Yeah, I think that already is a lot better, even though what I've done is glue in some resin chunks. Glue that up. And what we'll do is we'll trim that down so it doesn't look as horrible to anyone inspecting the model. When it comes to Forgeworld resin, I'm yet to come across anything bad. I got a bunch of Horus Heresy dreads and no problems with them. Yeah, exactly. I've built quite a few Forgeworld products at this point. As being a Heresy player for the last 5 years or so. Did disguise it a bit better. We'll keep that sort of the height. Looks way better, doesn't it? Since the 8th? No, I've been playing Heresy for a bit longer than that. Although I think that could do some more padding out at the back. We're doing this off camera, but I need to be able to see what I'm doing. Could sit in a bit nicer. Less visibly altered. Now let me put them on. And look, well, we stand a bit taller. What I might even do is shave down the ball connector down here. Make it stand a bit nicer. I think that joint's a little too high, in my opinion. And hey there, charismatic canine. What's for space? How are you doing? I am doing good, thanks. It's a bit warm, but surviving. Is this stance cryptic? I'm going to say yes, because it sounds like it. Can't check because for YouTube's sake, I have the game running in the background, and it just happens to be on right now. I think that looks better. Get a lot more of the pistons on show. There you go. Alright, so yeah. Do you think Forgeworld is going to continue to release new Legion-specific Contemptors and Leviathans? Yeah. I think they will. Whether or not it will be the exact Contemptors we see now or not is I suppose, a slightly different question, really. I keep hearing rumors that these ones that we currently have are going to disappear at some point, which would be a shame. But then, hey, they are just rumors. And really nice base. Are you planning on selling some 3D stuff, or is it strictly for personal use? So this base is one you can actually buy online. I'll put a link in the Discord server. If you're on YouTube, you should be able to do ! Discord, and that should hopefully work now. I've been messing with the bot. Look. I'll post a link in the chat in a moment. It would be a shame. It's been waiting years for some Death Guard, Dread, and Praetor console. So yeah, every single Legion will get... Hey, look! I did a thing and it works. Amazing. Yeah, every Legion will definitely get their own Terminator and power armored Praetor models. Something they will absolutely be doing. And I would be surprised if they didn't also do at least a Dreadnought for every type as well. Well, for every Legion, sorry. There's our Stumpy Boy's torso built. I think it looks quite nice. I haven't played Warhammer in about 12 years now. What's it like nowadays? Very different, but at the same time, very similar. Well, it was 12 years ago now. That would be... Oh, 2010. Okay, so... since then, the core 40k game has changed quite a bit. Basically an entirely different new game system. But there is now, I think it was 5th edition last time I played. Wow. And yeah, it's changed quite a bit. In 8th edition, we had a great reset which changed the game system up significantly, and we're currently on 9th edition. But there is now a derivative game, which is called the Horus Heresy, which is focused on Space Marine versus Space Marine fighting and other Imperial stuff. It's a civil war that happened 10,000 years in the past, if you're familiar with the lore. That plays based on a rule set similar to 5th edition, which is based off the 7th edition rule set. And that's the main one which I focus on at the moment. And that's what this Contemptor Dreadnought which I'm building is from. And yeah, this is one of the Forgeworld models. Ah, nice. So then you'll be familiar with Horus Heresy. Yeah, if you're someone who played the game in earlier editions, then you'll find the Horus Heresy rule set to be quite fun if you have an interest in getting back into it. And can I check DMs for a second? Sure. Okay, right, sorry about that. Right. Should probably do the head and the kneecaps next. I think those are the next parts, so... One of the nice things about the Forgeworld one, once the camera focuses, is you'll notice, if you look very carefully, that the head is a single piece, unlike the plastic ones. Oh nice. I've been wanting to get back into it, and I've been planning on trying out Kill Team just to get a decent experience without forking out a month's income on minis. Yeah, that's one thing which has changed, and definitely for the worse, as the prices have still skyrocketed up. Kill Team looks like a very fun game. It's a bit too competitive focused for my liking. I'm still yet to find a single Kill Team player who doesn't talk about meta and what's strong and what's weak, and it does really feel like it's a game designed for it now, because it's almost like it's one step away from being on a grid-based system. But, you know, it's quite balanced, and yeah, a lot of people seem to have fun with it. So... I enjoy Kill Team, good, and release of budgies. Tuppy, I hope you're having an amazing day. I am. It's been quite a nice day, been quite busy. Basically spent today setting up this. I've had to completely rejig my office to make sure I can actually stream and talk and, you know, be able to see what's going on chat. It's been a very busy day. Thankfully it's not been as hot as it has been this week. We can do some marbles later. Yeah. And, yeah, so now would be a great time to again, thanks Hamish and G for, well, the financial support. If it wasn't for the donations from those two wonderful people through Ko-fi, I wouldn't actually be able to do this right now. They've helped me get the arms and the supports for the webcam and to help me set this up. And yeah, the new resin and Leviathan, well, sorry, plastic and resin Leviathan Dreadnoughts do work really well with the existing Forgeworld stuff, and I really like that a lot, considering how many new people are getting into the hobby and don't want to feel like they're obviously... Well, I suppose this isn't politics, right? Talking about how people perceive each other in a hobby. There's one thing I do really appreciate with way Games Workshop's treating the Horus Heresy now is they've made it so accessible and so easy to get into now. I can't not recommend the new Age of Darkness box if you're trying to get into the Horus Heresy. As all you really need is that box and then an upgrade box of your choice for weapons, and you can basically make a really fun army. So for the Imperial Fists, I've been able to make a very good 2,000 point list for my partner, and they have a lot of fun playing with it, and it's quite good. It poses my Emperors Children quite the problem, which is nice, and I think it's really good that they've managed to make a single box which has a full army, because it has 2 characters, 4 tactical squads, a Contemptor, it's not as pretty as this, and a Spartan, a giant fuck-off tank to put all your models in. It's fantastic. So the box you can buy for 144 quid from third-party stores. I don't have any affiliates at the moment, but I can suggest some places. And an upgrade kit is around 20 quid as well. So for 160 quid, you're getting at least a 2,000 point army, which I know is a lot of money, especially if you haven't been in the hobby for a while. But based off the prices these days, it's incredible. And I do also really, really enjoy that they're doing this system of selling you the basic models, or you can have the Forgeworld alternatives, and you can buy these upgrade kits for all of them, which are plastic, and you can add them, or you could buy the Forgeworld ones. The range is now fully compatible with both the Forgeworld plastic and the Games Workshop, sorry, Forgeworld resin and Games Workshop plastic. And I'm sure you could probably find a way to wedge metal and fine cast stuff in there too if you are really, really masochistic. Oh, and Cypher's just said that through Dark Sphere online, a place I've heard about, I personally haven't bought from, so I can't necessarily recommend them. The box is only 135 quid, which is an even better deal. So it's quite easy to apparently find the... Oh no, I was working my head. I got distracted now. Yeah, it's really easy to get into the hobby, and the books as well. they're quite cheap. Oh, and in the starter box you get a full-sized hardback rulebook as well, which is something, I think this is the first time I've actually done this with, okay, second time they've done this now, where they've given you the full proper rulebook in the starter box. And I think that's amazing. You're not getting a cut down version. I've been playing 40k since 4th edition and Fantasy for a little bit longer. And I have just a huge collection of small-sized softback rulebooks, which I've really started to fall apart over the years. Which was quite useful for carrying around. Yeah, I personally prefer hardback books if I have to buy the books. But that's also another thing which I find incredible about this edition. All of the books you can get in PDF or EPUB form, which is great. And they're slightly cheaper than buying the hardback books as well, which is really nice. And you get all the modern features alongside the benefit of a fully featured and kitted out rulebook, which is great. And this is something that Games Workshop had actually stopped doing, which I think is crazy, because they were trying to push their own in-house built app for searching for rules, and for a start it costs money, and secondly wasn't very good and doesn't work on iPad properly, which I think a lot of us personally prefer to use iPads or tablets for reading our rules, and the fact that we can't was awful and genuinely was a barrier to entry for me with 9th edition, because I love my iPad mini and it's my go-to device for reading rules. I just need to remove the dry glue from my super glue. Oh, that's the point. Are these identical? Nope. Good thing I checked that. I glued it on the wrong foot. Oh, wrong leg. This one goes on here. I prefer fumbling through hundreds of pages of multiple books. It throws off the enemy. Yeah, I suppose that there is an advantage to that, Jorg. But yeah, I'd rather have, well, for the way they're doing it at the moment. So in the Horus Heresy, for those who don't know, and I've got a feeling most of you do know at this point, there are currently available, I'm going to factor in Mechanicum 1, 3 books that you could have. One for all the Loyalists, one for all the Traitors, and one for Imperial Knights, the Mechanicum, and Titans. And both the Loyalist and Traitor books hold all the rules for all of your Space Marine units, as well as all the Legion-specific war gear equipment and rules as well, for the Loyalist or Traitor factions. And the fact that I've done that is incredible. As in a sense, for those who play 7th and 8th, well, played 8th and 9th edition, it's all the codex supplements for all the Loyalists and all the Traitors attached to the codex. It's great, and they didn't even charge that much more for it. There have been multiple times during this release of the Horus Heresy where I've had to like step back from it and ask myself, what has happened to Games Workshop? Because it's insane. And I'm normally one of the more critical people of Games Workshop. I'm not a huge fan of many of the things they do, and the directions they've been taking recently and in the past years. But I am very struggling from a consumer point of view to find any real issue with how things are going with the Horus Heresy. And I'm not going to glue the head on just yet because it's time to work on the arms. So I've got a feeling I'm going to have to put a health and safety warning, well, disclaimer, at some point here. And I'm also going to go and cry myself to sleep now because I just fucked this up. So, yeah, trying to snip this off and it's torn the top off. Yeah. We can fix that. That's not the end of the world. It just means I won't have a fully completed model by the end of this stream. And to be honest, I should have been a bit more careful where I clipped this. So there's a bit more of a lip on the sprue. I should have really cut somewhere further up like here, which I'll do now. The direction of Lord of the Rings seems to be doing good things too. I think it depends on who's leading the game system. Yeah, I suppose there's a point to that, isn't there? And it does generally seem like the specialist games team does do a better job at releasing consistent and well-designed games in an accessible and affordable manner, I'd almost say, at this point. And Old World will hopefully get... Yes. So a thing which I've been constantly reminding myself about, as mostly as a way to keep myself excited, is going back to the old Warhammer community articles where they've said that they want to treat the Old World the same way they're treating the Horus Heresy. And if they keep to that, then we're going to have a revised game system which is genuinely, and at this point I'd like to say objective almost, and not just my opinion, a better game system than we previously had, which draws in some of the aspects that made older editions so fantastic. And the way the game is being supported and developed, and how they've gone about releasing the books and supporting elements has been incredible too. So if they do this with Warhammer the Old World, it's going to be great. And the Chaos model for Warhammer Plus is announced. Okay. Let's have a quick... There we go. That's much better. Alright, link on Discord. Right, let's have a look-see. Yeah, move the microphone over, there we go. Right, yeah, I think it looks quite good. Not something I'd personally run in my army, but hey. And for the Sigma Mini we have 4 minis? Okay. Sure, I guess that's a thing. Could be a fun fantasy model if you were to put on a square base. The familiars are cute. But yeah, the Khorne Terminator, it's interesting. It's a novel idea, and I like this concept that they're going back to the old artwork to make some unique models. I just can't see how it would ever fit into a new army. Just looks so out of place and ridiculous. I mean, look at that bolt gun. That's a very silly bolt gun. Yeah, yeah, it is directly from that old White Dwarf. And yeah, it looks cool. I think it's obvious why they didn't really show this bolt gun in focus detail here. But yeah, it's a thing. Cool. And yeah, it does look good, but again, I still don't see how it would fit into a modern army, so it would just be a showpiece. Cool. Yeah, I suppose 40k would be a good place for it as well, wouldn't it? At Sorcerer. I'll fix my fuck ups, I guess. Yeah, that does need some sculpting and rescuing, and that definitely does. Because its age is older art, the hunch isn't as pronounced, so make it look janky and out of place. Yeah. Sorcerer could work like Thousand Suns regular sorcerer model. Yeah, I think it's a bit too thin for that. Oh well. Yeah, I think it would be most at home in a fantasy army. Not to get political, but didn't GW have to retcon a hat design like that recently on a Necromunda mini due to kickback? I'm not sure, to be honest. Get the mini part out. See you later, Woo. Have a great day. Rat Gang model. Rat Gang? They haven't been the... I can't remember what they're called now. Rat Gang hasn't been around in a long time. Oh, or do you... Oh, you mean Cawdor. Oh, right. Possibly. Yeah, just mixing the milliput together now, and then we'll start sculpting. Let's grab one of these pots. Knock over all my battle pack minis. Don't need to Under Warrior. Under Warriors are cringe. Okay, and behave, chat. Don't do anything stupid, but I'll be back in a moment. You guys were behaved. Wow. And yes, I absolutely swear by milliput. I really don't enjoy working with green stuff. Is stuff the milliput into it from the lower side. I'm using the Games Workshop sculpting tools. We're going to push it in to where the hole is. Just flatten it in. Just keep working it around until it sits in nicely. Of course we can be trusted, Tuppy. No shenanigans will shenanigans will ever happen, trust me. Sure. Sure they won't. And hey, Nelcoma, I don't think the lurk command is on at the moment, but you're free to lurk and hang around. So what I'm trying to do here, if the stream will focus. No, I'm trying my best. Is to get the Milliput to firmly take up the space which I messed up. But so it also bulges out on either side of the top and the back here. So that once it's cured, I can sand it down and make it smooth. And what do you think we are going to get for pre-orders today? More Horus Heresy or the rest of the Chaos Space Marines? Or perhaps a new kill team? Good question. Yes, I'm not sure. I think it'll probably be a quiet week. Because we just had, you know, a bunch of stuff for the Horus Heresy. But, you know, could be pleasantly surprised and we could actually get the Chaos Space Marine stuff. I think that's as much as I want to mess with the green stuff now, I say, as I mess with it more. And what will be leaked this week? That's the bigger question, isn't it? As it seems there's constantly leaks happening with Games Workshop at the moment. This next one, we're just going to roll little sausage Milliput, I think, and then press that into the divot. Not sure if it will show too well, but it did get quite thin there from where I trimmed it and did cave in a little, so just work Milliput in. Get a bit of a bulge on top. Just to carve away. What army do you play for 40k? If you do play 40k. Yes. I've stopped playing 40k at the moment, as I really do not enjoy 9th edition. But previously, well, all of my armies I've always made sure, regardless if it's Heresy or 40k, that I can use in both systems, so play Space Marines and Imperial Guard. But I also have a very large Necron army, and I suppose that's like my main 40k army. To dab the down into shape. But yeah, I think this is a good example of what to do when you mess up a model, or if you ever have a a Forgeworld mini which is, you know, got an imperfection or something, then this is kind of the process you'd go for filling it in. Or at least for these larger pieces, where I can just, you know, dab on the milliput and then sand it down at a later point. I can now leave that be to dry and cure. And let's have a quick look at the head, see if it needs doing anything. Yes, it does actually. So we're going to have to do some, I guess, microsurgery on this. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there is a little bubble right there. Are there any things you need to prep or anything when dealing with 3D printed, like helmets, for example? When it comes to 3D printed parts, well, I have some here. For the most part, you don't really need to do anything. Maybe sand them down so for points where the connectors were, they're not visible, but otherwise you don't really need to prep or prepare 3D printed parts once you've cleaned them up and tidied them. But we'll get on to 3D printed parts and bits. For a moment we're still building the Forgeworld parts for now. So let's do the microsurgery. So again, we've got this little bubble here, and we need to fill this in. So let's get ourselves a tiny amount of milliput, and using our fingers, let's try and smear that in, because this is way too much, but hey. Gonna keep dabbing at the head until it looks like we've got enough of the milliput in the hole. Fill it in which case I think we have. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but we'll put a little bit too much on right now, and then what we'll do is we'll get the sculpting tool from Games Workshop again, wet the thin side of it so it's at least glossy, and what we'll do is we will use the side of it to carefully brush the rest of the stuff away, and it'll leave us with a nice smooth filled in bubble. And whilst we're here, we can use the sharper side of it to just brush along the side of this to make sure that we don't lose any of the detail anywhere else, and that should be good. And now the head is basically ready to be put into the model. Let's just try and scrape away some of this flashing, which I've just noticed. What's going to be your old world army? Well, I already have Skaven and I already have High Elves, but I will be going back to playing Bretonnians, as they were the very first army I ever collected for any wargame, and I miss them dearly. Unfortunately, growing up as a kid and moving houses meant I've been parted against my will with my Bretonnian army, and yeah, I'd love to rebuild it. And there's plenty of third-party models and stuff I could use, but with how incredible the new Games Workshop plastic models are, and especially for Age of Sigmar, I'm just going to wait and rebuild my army once more using the new Bretonnian range we will be getting for the Old World. Right, you know what would be a great thing to do now? Would be some marbles whilst we wait for this to cure. You up for doing some marbles, chat? Take us to not quite screen. Okay. There we go. Marble time. Oh, I should probably update. Nah, I'll be fine. Okay, so who wants to be entered into the marble race? And hey, Matty, I am doing good, thanks. It's been a nice chill day. And we're just waiting on some mini putt to dry, so we're playing some marbles. Entered. And thanks for the donation, Wildcat. It means a lot, and that's wow. You are aware, Hamish, that you don't need to pay money to enter my marble races, right? And hey, Clive, welcome in. Thank you so much for the donation there. Oh, I should probably add myself then, shouldn't I? That'd be a good idea. Realise I forgot to capitalise half of our names. Would be polite, wouldn't it? Um, yeah, I suppose this would be a scam-free stream. I know that's something you guys might not be familiar with. um, this is a free-to-play marble game. Do we pay for marbles? Yeah, if you're interacting through Twitch, and I've set it up so viewers can join, you can sign in to Marbles on stream yourself and customize your character so that when you join people's Marble streams, you have a custom skin on your Marble. That's what the shop is for. And it's really cool and really fun if you're on the Twitch side of things, but as we're doing YouTube and Twitch, I can't enable those features for the Twitch viewers. And yeah, let us put Varak in, just so he might be able to win something. Should be nice to him, shouldn't we? You can set me as bot to race, so at least this time no Varak's coming and cheating. Yeah. Oh, we should put the turtle in. And Pickle Rick, do you want to be entered in properly? And yeah, Matty, there's been they are looking into it, so hopefully we'll see that eventually. And Clive, it's been going good. I only fucked up slightly, which is why we're now playing marbles. As when trying to assemble the shoulder for the Contemptor, I clipped a bit too zealously and it took part of the model with it, so filled the gap with green stuff, well not green stuff, milliput, and we're just waiting for that to set, so we're playing some marbles. Hey Develop, sorry, let's add you in. Clive, do you want to be entered in? So what I was thinking of doing this time, so is some kind of incentive, is whoever wins the most races, we'll do a Grand Prix, and whoever wins the most races will get a special title on the Discord server. Crap, this also means I need to set a new goal, don't I, for the donations. We'll work out a goal as we go, I guess. As you guys have been super generous and already managed to get the money I need to sort out the hobby desk, so I guess I have to go from there. Oh, what kind of desk are you going for? Well, no, it's just in terms of the equipment I needed to stream whilst I'm doing hobbying stuff like I've been doing today. And Blood Angels are a very good choice for Heresy. the first game I had against Valrak was a lot of fun. I was playing alongside Blood Angel's list, and the Blood Angel's Contemptor did quite a bit of damage to Rogel Dawn. It was quite brutal. Hang on a second. Shit, I just realised we messed up that game. Dawn should have died. Alright, hold on a second, just need to check the rules. If you're watching and want to join the marbles, now would be a great time to put your name in. Whilst I look this up. Charismatic Canine, you can join, yes. I will just put you down as Canine though. Okay. So yeah, Dawn probably should have taken a lot more wounds in that game, and would have been on significantly less wounds than he was left on, which means Fulgrim would have had more wounds left at the end of the game, so by Varak's own weird metric for determining who won, it should have been me. Okay, I don't think anyone else is going to join us, so let's start the Grand Prix, I guess. So we've got 12 names. Let's go to community maps. Can we do a Grand Prix here? No, I didn't mean to. Damn it. Okay, guess we have to just do a Grand Prix on the... Oh, there we go. Okay. Simulation. How many names do we have? We had 12 names. How many races should we do? I think 7 would be a good amount, because there's a chance that we'll have a couple of winners by then, right? Okay, so 7 random maps. Okay, no, I'm going to slightly change this. I'm going to do 7 from the standard maps, I think. Just so we know they're not going to be ridiculously silly. We might finish them. Twelve people entered. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I don't want this to be full, like, Formula 1 Grand Prix length. I would like to get back to hobbying at some point. Right, let's go. Let's see how things do. So, straight away... Oh, no, can't quite tell, but it looks like Phasmatodius is in the lead, followed by the Turtle. Followed by Canine and Cypher. Turtle and Phasmatodius are through. Both got caught, but it looks like... Nope, still caught. And Canine has just blitzed through there. Canine takes the jump, and... Oh! Didn't quite die. It's now on a different ramp to the rest of them. Turtle's made it onto the same track, so it's... and Clyde and Phasmatodius have gone down onto the lower track. Turtle's fallen. Will Pickle Rick make it? Yes, Pickle Rick won, followed by K9. Followed by Phasmatodius missed. Varrock missed, Clive missed, Ballox missed, Matty missed, Cypher missed, wow. So it's just Hamish's cat and Tuppy left. And we both miss as well. So, yeah, congratulations, Pickle Rick and K9. Wait, where's... Oh, Jorg is still alive. Will Jorg outrun the fire? Fire's catching up. Oh, that's just unfair. And will Jorg make it? Jorg has made it, finish third. So, the only 3 finishes is Pickle Rick, Canine and Jorg. Well done, you 3. And the next race will be on the Boomerang. Oh, this is a racetrack. Okay. So Cypher takes the lead. Tuppy and Matty overtaken to the inside and the outside there. Matty has quite a comfortable lead, but I'm making moves up afterwards. That was a clean entry and exit for Phasmatodius and Pickle Rick. Oh, Clive hit the wall there, otherwise that could have been a really nice move. Matty still holds a comfortable lead. I'm doing relatively well to keep up. Cypher going for... No. Didn't quite manage to get enough speed to go for an overtake there. K9's got quite a lot of speed down the straight there. Nice overtake on Cypher. And I've just overtaken Matty for the lead as Matty took that corner quite slow. Phasmatodius going very fast down the straight there. He's significantly faster down that straight, overtaking me, and so does Phasmatodius. Jorg's able to overtake Cypher. And Lux coming out of the corner there. Phasmatodius is in the lead, followed by Jorg and me. No, Jorg's taken the lead. I've overtaken Phasmatodius. Hamish's cats appeared out of nowhere, taking me inside line to overtake George, Phasmatodius, and me. Wow, that was an excellent corner for Hamish's cat. Although going a bit too fast into there is going to hit the outside, and Phasmatodius is going to take the lead. And Varak out of nowhere is catching up, although it doesn't look like he's going to be able to make the corner too well. And so he's fallen back a bit. Phasmatodius still in the lead going into the final corner, with Matty following, then me, then Hamish's Cat, and Pickle Rick. Jorg has overtaken Pickle Rick, and now so has Varak, and it looks like Phasmatodius is going to win from Matty, followed by Jorg with an excellent dash down the final straight. Okay, so next you're on to the Alienated map. So, Debalux and Hamish's Cat, and no, Clive's overtaken. Wow, Debalux, Clive's going backwards. Leaving Hamish's Cat to be in the lead, followed by Debalux, Matty, Cypher and Tuppy. Pickle Rick and K9 catching up there as well. Jorg and Turtle at the back. Wow, okay. Hamish's Cat has a nice lead going into this, with Cypher and Debalux. Wow, I just overtook everyone on this side. Wow, okay. Who's going to be taken by the UFO? No one. That's good to see. Okay, Hamish's Cat trying to crawl around the outside of the field, with Cypher making a dash down the other side. Varak's kind of got lost in the field. And who is the UFO going to take? And it looks like it's taken Debalux. Rip DB. Hamish's Cat is still in the lead here. Cypher following. And it oh wow, me and Phasmatodius survived the Martian encounter. And it looks like it's going to be a race between Hamish's Cat and Cypher from either side. Who's going to survive the jump and who's going to fall? But the Martian slowed down Hamish's Cat there for a moment. Ah, Cypher has fallen. Hang on a second. Oh no, Hamish's Cat's missed it, which means K9 wins. Jorg just misses out there. And Pickle Rick is abducted. I've been slowed down and so is Phasmatodius. No, Pickle Rick survives. Will Phasmatodius make the jump? No, I make the jump. Pickle Rick and Matty also make the jump. Phasmatodius falls as well. Clive and Varak both miss. Wow. All the drama right at the end there as K9 wins. Okay, next one. Procedural adventure. Okay, let's see what happens here. I've seen this one before. Okay, so the turtle takes the lead there. There is a hole in the track. It doesn't look like anyone fell for it though. So the turtle is currently in the lead, as everyone else gets stopped by the obstacle there, with DB and Pickle Rick following behind. Turtle successfully navigates around the trap. The trap closes up for everyone else. That's a mustache. That's interesting. Oh, DB narrowly missed going into the hole there. And Hamish's cat, Cypher, Phasmatodius all fall into the hole. I survive. DB is still in charge. Turtle catching up though, and so is Pickle Rick and Clive. K9's at the back there, and so is Jorg and Thunder. Wow, okay, a bunch of us just fell there. Me, Turtle, Matty, we all fell. Jorg has fallen. Yeah, it's really a matter of will DB survive at this point. As you know, there are some trapdoors there. Come on, K9, hurry up. We can't let Varrock have third place. So DB survives and wins, and Varrock's going to come second. Followed by Pickle... No, Pickle Rick missed. Oh, that's brutal. So, it is now just K9. And the fire's nowhere to be seen. Will K9 make it through? Yes. Oh no, K9 fell! So only the Balux and Varrock finished that race. That's rough. Oh well. On to the next one. And we're going to the space station. Ah, it's this one. Okay. Okay, so Cypher and... There's a ghost one there. It looks like Cypher's first, followed by me, followed by K9, followed by Jorg. It's a bit difficult to tell at this point who's actually in the lead. Face with each other. Cypher has had a brilliant getaway there. So has Varrock, who's catching up. K9, wow, that absolutely blitzed through there. Clive is now second, followed by Jorg, followed by Hamish's cat now. But there is a ghost ball there, which is a bit weird. I think that's meant to be Matty? So the ghost ball is leading from... No, it's Cypher. Cypher's gone invisible, apparently. So it's Cypher and Hamish's cat in the lead here? No? I don't know if it is Cypher. I'm really confused now. As the leaderboard isn't accurate at this point. Okay, the ghost ball is still in the lead. Followed by Hamish's cat. Nice exit there for Hamish's cat, although need to get caught there, which is unfortunate, giving whoever that is in the lead the lead. Okay, you both become nameless now. Okay. Confusing, isn't it? So I got an invisible ball here, which I'm assuming is still Hamish's cat in the lead here. Who manages to survive and make it through. So let's see, who finishes first? Hamish's cat. So there was an invisible ball in front of you, and then it's Pickle Rick. Then it is going to be Cypher. Wow. Sniped at the end there by Cypher. Followed by K9, followed by DB, followed by Jorg, then Matty, then me. Even it to be Turtle, pushed in by Varak. And then is Clive. And... oh no, wait, where's Metodius? Oh dear. I think Phasmatodius is about to go on fire. So Hamish's cat wins that one, followed by Pickle Rick, followed by Cypher. Well, the only DNF being Phasmatodius because they got caught up on the obstacles. Okay, and the final race. Wait, it can't be a final race. Sorry, multi-lane madness. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, Clive and Matty had an excellent start. Looks like most of us went down the middle. As Metodius fell off the earth, so did Matty. Wow, Phasmatodius really not having much luck here. Kind of difficult to say who's in the lead on this one, as for the different lanes, but it does look like it's Jorg, followed by K9 and Pickle Rick, and then the Turtle. But then any of the guys on the other run? No? Not yet. Oh, we all get thrown into that by the looks of it. Okay. So Jorg is in the lead, followed by K9, followed by the Turtle, followed by Clive with brilliant overtake on Pickle Rick. Then you've got Hamish's cat and DB. Then it's Cypher. Yeah, Jorg's won this one pretty much. Yep, Jorg wins, followed by K9, followed by the Turtle, then Clive and Pickle Rick, and Hamish. DB, and then Cypher. It's just a race between me and Varak, apparently, with Varak beating me. That makes it a first, doesn't it? The only DNFs being Matty and Phasmatodius. Okay, so the next map is called Bongo Boogie. Let's see what this one has for us. K9 taking the lead first. followed by Hamish's cat Matty and Clive, the turtle and Varrock chasing Clive down, and me and Phasmatodis on the other side of Jorg. So there's a drum pad that launches you onto this platform. Everyone should make it. Everyone survived. Matty has quite the lead here by the looks of it, followed by Hamish's cat and Phasmatodius. Clive and Canine, DB, Turtle, Pickerick, Varrock, and me going down the other side. Matty and Hamish's cat have made it through, followed by Clive, Phasmatodius, Canine, Cypher. So, wow, okay. Matty is significantly in the lead and has won, followed by Canine. Wow, okay. Then Clive, then Cypher, and then DB. Wait, what? Well, I survived, and again, Varrock, Pickerick, Hamish's cat, and Phasmatodius didn't survive. Phasmatodius, you're having awful luck here. And finishing higher up the list will mean you score more points. So let's see, who is the winner of the championship? We need a drum roll here. Unfortunately, I don't have this sound bite. So in third place, we have Jorg. Second place was Canine, and first place was Pickle Rick. Well done, Pickle Rick. So, if you want to head over to the Discord server with !Discord, I can give you your special role, Pickle Rick. If it was rigged from the start, the turtle would have won. Assuming you don't go by Pickle Rick on Discord, so if you could let me know what your username is there, then we can get that sorted. There we go, we have our marble champion. Okay, so I'm just gonna go and do a quick touch test on the milliput, see if it's workable. If not, we'll probably do a bit more marbles, or we can talk more about a hobby and stuff and look at Warcom articles. Okay, that's a bit too soft still, so we can't quite work with it yet. So I guess more marbles, or we can look at Warhammer community articles. What do you guys want to do? Did you see that Ash got his decal? Yes. I haven't played War Thunder in a long time though, so I haven't had a chance to really check that out. And thanks for hanging around, K9. Have a lovely day. Poor Svarak beat the turtle, it's all he ever does to the poor thing. Alright, Clive, have a great day at work. I guess no one has any preferences on what we do. In which case, I'm going to say we have a look at Warhammer community stuff. Do this, and there we go. That looks a bit better. So let's see what's on the news then. Well, people said that there was stuff happening. Ah, there we go. Sunday preview. Let's have a look. So we have a Age of Sigmar book and model, a Sigmar book and model. Okay, and those 3D print lines on the cape are awful. I'm not sure how clear that shows up on stream for you guys, but wow. I haven't printed models that look that bad since I had my old printer. And a new battle box, which I feel had been announced a very long time ago, but oh well. So Tzeentch versus Mountain Elves. Cool, I guess. And the new Deathmaster model. Okay, at least that's interesting to me. It's something, I guess. And a tree person. A new spell, which looks like it was basically... okay, it's kind of cool. It's like a skeletal dragon thing, I guess. The cleansing aqualyph. Okay. Some terrain with water. Okay, the Mega Droth remains kind of cool. You could use that in 40k quite easily. Could make for some nice terrain that. Oh, and you got some Warcry stuff. We got a larger model. We got the Centaurian, sorry, not Centurion, Centaurian Marshal. Chaos Legionnaires, okay, those kind of look cool. Okay, I dig those. All those look good. The Cry Compendium, which has the rules in. The Horus Heresy Aeronautica Imperialis rulebook has been released. Well, it's going up for pre-order, I guess. That's cool. And a hex sheet for playing on. Okay. The Ares gunship is now getting the model. And the Legione Astarte aircraft cards, those are things now. And Divisio Aeronautica aircraft cards. Ooh, and something more interesting for me. The Delac Spiker. Why are they always puns? Yeah, Mega Mind. Part Spy, part Psycho, all brain. This exclusive hanger-on for Delac gangs can use their warp-fueled powers to help you dominate the Underhive. The Spiker comes with a fight card and full rules for using them in your games of Necromunda can be found in the House of Shadows. Interesting. And Corpse Grinder weapon set. Wait, they didn't already have that? Wow, okay, so this gang's been around for quite a while. I'm genuinely surprised it's taken this long for their weapon set to come around. These guys are basically Chaos Cultists who have gone mad wanting to eat flesh and stuff instead of corpse starch. And have formed a little cult around it. Well, Chapter Master Varek's going to be very happy, isn't he? Rogel Dawn, the Emperor's Crusader book in limited edition forms coming out. Written by Gav Thorpe, and there's going to be 2,500 copies of this. Okay. Guess he'll be happy. And Blackstone Fortress Ascension, a book which has been around for years, is finally getting an audiobook version, apparently. Okay, cool. Gazgul books are getting French and German versions, and Dawn of Fire is also making its way into French. Luther is going to get a German book. And so is the Gotrek book. Interesting, it's Age of Sigmar. And from Warhammer Plus for the people who... No one here subscribes to Warhammer Plus, do they? But you get a Kill Team Battle Report, Lore Masters, wiki reading of Recruit, and a couple of old White Dwarf magazines. Fascinating. And there'll be a Hangout and Paint session on Friday. Yay! So that's the news for this week. Most interesting things for me are the Necromunda stuff. I suppose this would actually make for plenty of conversion opportunities for World Eaters. I suppose there's that for 40k and Heresy players. The Deluxe Spiker, not something I'd personally run in my gangs because I play Outcasts, but it's cool to see it get a model. Cool, there's a Rogel Dawn limited edition book. Really not much. I'm not the person to ask about Age of Sigmar. Just doesn't really interest me, so none of this is really relevant except for the Deathmaster is a cool model, but I think Snitch has a better model. Cool. Yes, that's it. What I think I'll do now, lads, is I'll end the stream here, and probably come back after Varak's stream to finish off the Contemptor if you guys are still around then. As I need to go and cook food, it's Sunday, so cooking myself a nice Sunday dinner. Yeah, thanks for hanging around. This has been an absolutely wonderful stream. Thank you so much to G and the cat for your donations. It helps me out so much, and thank you for supporting me. As always, come over and hang out on the Discord server. As it grows, I'm hoping we'll have a bit more of a community over there, and if you want to support me, then feel free to give me a tip on Ko-fi, and I do have a Patreon as well. And you'll find links to both of those on the Discord server. And until later,